Welcome to my box opening for Lorwyn Eclipsed Play Boosters. We are back on Lorwyn after 20 years. Lorwyn and Shadowmoor, because they are, of course, the same plane. And now they are combining themselves. And look, we got different pack arts. Different pack arts. So happy about that. It means nothing, but you got the paranoia-y thing. Let's get the focus locked here. And we've got, obviously, all of our commons and uncommons with gorgeous art from everyone. And first rare, Mirror Mind Crown. Ooh, second rare, Champion of the Weird. I love that. We're revisiting Behold with the Champion cycle. Nice foil. Ooh, look at this foil forest. That's so cool. It doesn't really look like a forest, not very green, but wild art. And the token. Alright, so we get 30 packs to get through here. I don't actually know what the big hits are rare-wise, but so many cool cards and cool tribal synergies. We've got Blight here. We've got the Behold mechanics, new commands for the different creature types. Honestly, I love that art. Flame Braider, nice regular foil island, not full art, and token. So yeah, we've got tribal synergies of the 8 tribes: elves, merfolk, kithkin, elementals, some fairies. What are the other ones? Merfolk, elementals, goblins, elves. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Nice wrath there. Eclipsed Boggart. Neat. Oh, look at that art. That's a cool island. I've seen all the cards, but I don't know, like I said, what's worth anything. What Tweeze. Tree Folk. So it's a not reimagining, but it's the evolution of Lorwyn Shadowmoor into a more this era. Ooh, cool. Crib swap, neat. Into the modern era of Magic for Lorwyn and Shadowmoor. And at some point, we are following the adventures of 4 Strixhaven students who fell through an own path to get here, because of course they did. Gloom Ripper. Ooh, Johnny, one of our 2 planeswalkers. He's here to help out. Nice. Foil Tweeze. And just, I really hope to settle play well, because I really like the --1 counter, which is this Blight thing. You Blight by putting a -1/-1 counter on a creature you control to, do something. And usually, it's great for you. Ooh, nice. There's one of the Strixhaven students. A nice Changeling. Kindred is back with a Changeling artifact. Not a creature, just an artifact. Does things. It can turn into a creature, which is why that Changeling part matters. But Changeling is a weird mechanic in that it is all creature types in every zone. So it is a Brushwag. It is a goat, which matters for a couple of cards. It's a fairy. Disruptor of Currents, new Merfolk, Moonglove Extractor. There's that forest, but not in foil. Neat. Alright. But I'm really looking forward to playing this. I like -1/-1 counters, as I said. Ooh, Giants you control, Double Strike. Neat. Dream Harvest. Ooh, we get the double face elemental Ashling. Nice. And it always has the same power and toughness. It just has a different ability, and it's got the same ability to transform. Elder Ante and an elf. So that's a cool card. Full art Ashling there. What else is new in this set? There's the Blight. There's some changeling things. Some cool callbacks. Convoke's back. It's a good, clean, evergreen mechanic, or not evergreen, I guess deciduous, so it can show up where it's needed. But very, very cool. And there's some, cool callbacks. Like that looks like one of the lions from Shadowmoor that whenever you cast a black or a white spell, you remove counters from it. It's very cool. Alright, ooh, high perfect, more can't. Yes, it is perfect, not prefect, because in the Lorwyn side of the elves, they are xenophobic assholes. Yep, xenophobic, the elves. I think they toned down their, xenophobia a little bit, and they're not necessarily trying to kill everybody, but, ooh, cool showcase. Dawnheart Dissident. Nice. Swamp. And, oh, we got the reminder card. That, they have to include them, but I don't know that anybody's used a reminder card in a long time. Oh, Vivid is a new thing for counting the number of colors among permanents you control, which was a very Shadowmoor Eventide thing to care about. Ooh, Abigail, another of the Strixhaven students, the Deaf Owl. Coming up on about halfway through the box here. I think we've only seen one mythic so far. We want to see those mythics for value purposes, because I'm totally going to be selling all these cards. Spoiler, I'm never going to sell these cards. I'm not that good. Grub's Command. Ooh, Foil Meek Attack. Love the flavor on that, the naming convention. I don't think it's that good of a card, but who knows? Maybe I'll be proven wrong, and a foil Meek Attack will be cool, but it is a mythic, unfortunately. So we do have Shocklands in these. Ooh, cool showcase, Eclipsed Flamekin. I think this is a showcase. This is the cycle of showcase in the Eclipse cycle of uncommons. Omni Changeling. There we go. There's a Shockland. Hallowed Fountain. Very cool art depicting the. Oh, that lines up beautifully. The white and the black. It shows both sides of the Lorwyn Shadowmoor divide. Giant Fall. Cool island. And yeah, so there's lots of things that showcase the duality of Lorwyn and Shadowmoor, because they are the same world. But just, whether it's day or night. It used to be governed by Una, the Queen of the Fae, and the Great Aurora would change night to day and day to night. Ooh, double rare. Neat. Wild Unraveling. Cool. I think that's counterspell. Ooh, that's a cool Plains. Is that a counterspell? Yeah. It's counterspell with Blight, or it's cancel. It's just cancel with possible upside. Because sometimes you want to put -1 counters on creatures. Because that's from the special guest slot, Slippery Bogle. Not the most expensive of them, but I didn't realize it was going to be in the middle of the pack. That's neat. Goat Nap is back, because of course it is. Great card. Oh, regular art Ashling. Nice. And regular art Ashling Rhymebound, because she's a fire elemental on the front and an ice elemental on the back. Which is not what she was in original Lorwyn and Shadowmoor. She was a fire elemental, and then there was the cinder elemental, I think it was. It was like a burnt out husk, kind of charcoaly. Bree of Clan Stout Arm, descendant of Brian Stout Arm, I'm guessing. Nameless Inversion. I didn't realize they reprinted this. Neat. Look at that card. That was a great removal spell. It's going to do all sorts of nonsense. And standard, I'm sure. Don't know how much the creature types matter as much in this set. There are still things that care about the tribalness, but Eclipse Muro. That was all three of the uncommons were eclipsed. There's the elemental incarnation. So Evoke is back on the cycle. We got the cool snail thing, elemental, that cares about what colors it was sent to cast it. Very cool. So the mythic, I forgot about the mythic cycle of elemental incarnations. Very nice. All right, rare is kin binding, and a liminal hold. Liminal hold, yeah, okay. Sounded weird coming off the tongue there, liminal. And I thought there was an extra I, so I thought it might have been liminal, which is also not a word that I'm aware of, but I'm not aware of all words, surprisingly enough. I'm aware of enough of them. All right. Ooh. Scuzzback Scrounger. Let one of you create a treasure. Seems cool. Ooh. Ooh. Shiny Swamp. All right. Last stack of cards back there. Aw, Runaway Together is nice. Ooh. Nice fairy. Ooh, there's another mythic. Curious Colossus. Each creature target opponent controls loses all abilities, becomes a coward. That doesn't end it in a turn. They're just cowards permanently. Ooh, cool. Double rare pack. Twilight Diviner. Nice. Changeling Forest. So only one Shockland in this box, which is kind of surprising. I feel like in the past when Shockland's been in a set, there's been like, 3 to 4. You're really happy to get all 5 in a box, but one is kind of surprising because they've also upped the rare count of packs. There's the Kithkin Double-Face card, Brigid, Klaken's Heart. On the back, it's Brigid Down's Mind. Neat. Foil Rooftop Percher, that weird little changeling guy. Because, yeah, they upped the number of rares because you can open up to, I think, 4 rares in a pack or some nonsense. It's very low chances to get 4 rares, but your chances are not terrible to get, 2. Ooh. Boulder Dash. Reese the Evermore. I feel like that's a picture of him dying, so I don't think he's Evermore. But hey, what do I know? Shimmer Creep. And there's the non-foil of that Plains. And cool Goblin token. So yeah, I think that might be one of the... There might be another card with... Oh yeah, there's another Mythic with Persist, but a couple Persisty cards. They had to fit a lot into this set, and also make it, draftable and fun to draft, so... you don't have as much as you might like. I feel like that's Mornsong Aria. Neat. There's the Steam Vents. Always cool. And again, the line of the art split in half, matched with the text box split in half with the colors, and this one crosses over the red and blue. Nice. Ooh, they have spotlights. Kids can have spotlights in their town. Glisterbearing. I think that's actually a reprint from one of the Modern Horizons set, from what I've heard. Ooh, Mirror Form. Yeah. Each non-land permanent you control becomes a copy of target non-aura permanent. Also, doesn't end at end of turn. So, that will continue to be those things. And if they, perhaps say, hey, it's beginning your upkeep, make a token that's a copy of thing, you can just get a lot of them. Alright, now rare. Kyrol, Attentive First Year. Another of the Strixhaven students. Ooh, and a foil rare. Lewin, Imperfect Naturalist. Not a naturist, naturalist, I think. Pretty sure. Pretty sure that's what I'm reading there. Moving right along. Look at that guy. Look at that grin. Ooh. Deep Channel Duelist. Ooh, neat. That's kind of cool. Showcase Frame Lord. Rare is Sapling Nursery. Affinity for Forest. Such a cool. That's cool. Ooh. That's a town. Lots of windmills there. almost done. We got a couple more packs to go. Can we get another Shockland? There are also reversible Shocklands. It's cool. Ooh! Showcase Lockmare. What does this do? 4/5 enters 3 counters. Remove counter, draw a card, remove 2 counters, tap target creature, put a stone counter. Neat. Foil Evolving Wilds, always welcome. So, yeah, the Mythic Rare is picked up in the end. Right. Sig's Command. Foil Springleaf Drum. Oh, they reprinted that. Nice. That's always a good mana fixer. And I think it also, slightly combo shenanigans-y, but I don't think we need any mana fixing in Standard. Let's be real. You got so many things in Standard right now. And when historians look back on this, they won't know any of it. Glenelendra Champ Guardian. Moon Vigil Adherence. That's kind of cool. I can see a place for that. Island and another reminder card. Well, that is my box of Lorwyn Eclipsed. Look at that guy. Look at that art. Little bogle. Thanks for sticking with me, and I'll see you next time. Bye!